When considering even a fraction of the beautiful and lasting art that we've created, it's impossible not to be in awe of what humans have been able to make. This creativity is part of what sets us apart as a species. Only, it might be time to reconsider that thought. In reality, some of the most beautiful creations are the work of animals just doing what they do best, being animals. Whether they're forming giant nests, cocoons, or something else beyond our wildest imaginations, some natural animal creations are just flat out jaw-dropping. Number 1. Spiders. These spiders might have just been trying to avoid a flood in Pakistan, but in the process they've created something eerily beautiful. These web-covered trees are nothing if not impressive. They're also a little terrifying. Number 2. Pufferfish. Whenever a male pufferfish wants to attract a mate, he'll make this pattern by flapping his fins along the seafloor. The more complex the pattern, the more likely he is to impress. Apparently, good art makes lady pufferfish swoon. Number 3. Ants. Ants might be a nuisance when invading your home and crawling around your ankles during picnics, but they're actually pretty great artists. Just take a look at this ant colony. That's some seriously complex architecture. Number 4. Weaver ants. Not every ant carves out complex castles beneath the soil. The weaver ant, for instance, does a little bit of origami to build its home. Working together, some ants hold the leaves while others make a floss-like strand to tie the leaves together. Number 5. Wasps. As if wasps weren't enough trouble, they're capable of creating nests that are both beautiful and terrifying. In this particular case, the wasp formed their papery nests around a wood statue. Number 6. Red oven birds. These birds actually make their nests out of clay, mud, and grass, and they could take up to 2,000 flights looking for the perfect material to make them. Their effort is worth it. These 12-pound hovels will make any ceramic teacher proud. Number 7. Gila Fly. The million-dollar question here is, what's a Gila Fly? They're little veiny scavenger flies whose larvae feed off sponges in lakes and rivers. When a female lays eggs, she weaves lovely intricate web around the cocoon. Number 8. Caddisfly Larvae. A classy bug like the caddisfly isn't about to pupate out in the open, where anyone or anything can see him. Instead, they build these tough cocoons out of pebbles, weeds, sand, or anything else they can find. Safety and privacy first. Number 9. Mud Daubers. Mud Daubers make these fascinating tubes so they can fill them with larvae and paralyzed insects. Then, they seal them shut. You can only imagine what happens to the paralyzed spiders when the larvae hatch. Number 10. Bowerbirds. The male Vogelkope bowerbird uses twigs and grass to make these huts, also called bowers, in order to attract a female. He then arranges various brightly colored objects inside them to sweeten the deal. These are purely for attraction purposes. The bowerbird never actually live inside them. Number 11. Sociable Weavers. Found in southern Africa, the weaver makes these big nests that serve as the home for generations of weavers. It's very hot inside, which keeps the birds toasty and cozy at all times. Number 12. Great Barrier Reef. At 350,000 square meters, the Great Barrier Reef is undoubtedly massive. But what makes it art exactly? Well, living organisms are building it without a single power tool or YouTube tutorial every single day. Heck, most of it's made of living things. Number 13. European Redwood ants. This might look like a little hill to us, but by an ant standards, this mound is a massive skyscraper. The complexity far exceeds what you might think ants would be capable of creating. Number 14. Weavers. Not to be outdone by the Sociable Weaver, the Weaver forms a beautiful nest all its own. Typically found in colonies, these birds usually hang their homes above waterways to keep out of the reach of predators. Number 15. Compass termites. In Australia, there are fields peppered with towers built by termites. They face north and south and utilize a ventilation system to keep internal temperatures steady and low. How cool is that? Number 16. Spiders. Spiders are undoubtedly the planet's master web weavers, but this has to take the cake. A graduate student was the first to spot one of these, which scientists now know is an egg sac. The jury's still out on what kind of spider made it and how, however. Number 17. Swallows. When you're done trying to calculate just how fast one of these cute little birds can move when unladen, take a look at their nest. Made entirely from bird spit and mud, they're undoubtedly impressive. Number 18. Beavers. It wouldn't be a true collection of artistic animals without mentioning beavers. These critters have shown time and time again that they know how to divert and blockade rivers and streams in style. They're like nature's little carpenters. Number 19. Osmia avoceta bees. When this rare bee needs to make a nest, it doesn't just settle for your standard beehive. Instead, it crafts 3-chambered nests that utilize flower petals as the outside layer. It's actually quite pretty. Number 20. Montezuma oropendolas. Yet another bird proves itself to be among the great artists of the animal kingdom, and maybe humankind as well. Using vines and grass, these guys construct intricate colonies that look like stylish chandeliers. Move over, Frank Lloyd Wright. There are beavers, birds, and all manner of bugs looking to make an impact with their art. Who knew such beautiful constructions existed in nature?